Hello and welcome to another speed painting where I attempt to do something new. So recently I got a new printer and I had to set it up, run a whole bunch of tests, and I've had to test out printing, formatting, things like that, etc. And what I did was I typed out a whole bunch of one-liners, sort of villainous quotes type thing. Villainous, maybe I'm going on my villain arc, I don't know. So that would lead us to this speed painting here. I pulled up a reference photo from Pinterest. Rare occasion. It's getting better though. Character development, I say, as I've been writing a whole bunch of messed up quotes. The quote for this prompt was, "Put your money where your pretty mouth is." Hold up. We can do better than this. Then why don't you put your money where your pretty little mouth is? So I scrapped that and I forced myself to go and actually finish a piece. Even though I'm not happy with it and things like that, I have to force myself to do art right now because I felt like recently I haven't had enough time since I've been doing schoolwork and things like that. And yeah, I just need to buckle myself to my seat and actually do artwork. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And we try a new style. We try lining our piece with black, and I've been lining a lot of pieces lately, so uh, it was okay. Um, Once again, it depends on style if you like lining those things. And I also have plans for future videos. And I have like huge ideas, but they're a bit too large for me to execute. To execute right now? Is that. They're a bit above my paycheck. Anyways, so yeah, working to develop those skills because I actually have. So I wanted to do the prompt thing of villainous quotes, and I either wanted to do a picture depicting it or a character that would say those quotes and design characters for that. The second project that I want to do on YouTube, I have so many things that I want to do in life, and it's overwhelming me thinking about it right now. Anyways, so I also want to do a second thing that is more like an audiobook series on YouTube with a speed painting in the background. Um if you haven't noticed, I don't have the best voice in setting the mood. Um and it doesn't help when I want to do some murder mysteries. So yeah. So I need to work on like figuring out how to flex around my voice, move around my voice, work with my voice, altering my voice. Um so that is something that I need to do and work on in the future. The other things that I wanted to do, because I'm trying to prioritize things this year. Um I wanted to open a sticker shop, but it's it's a balancing act. Life is a balancing act because I am a full-time student, and I like having wanting to run like 4 or 5 different projects and stuff at once isn't the best idea. I sort of want to get one thing sorted first and then move from there, because nothing's quite stable right now other than me going to school, and even that has me on the edge of my seat. Um, but yeah, that is a bit lower on the priority list right now. A lot of things have to get sorted to run any business. It has to get sorted. So that's sort of a background thing. I sort of want to focus on art, sharpening my skills for art, because despite me saying for like a year, coming on to 2 years, maybe 3 years, Uh, I feel like I practiced nothing. um, but yeah, so those are the things that I'm hoping to do with this channel. Sort of like a audiobook series type thing. Work on my voice skills. And the quote prompts would be the other thing. Exploring my style. So the next videos that are coming up, I hope to do, don't know which order by the way, but I hope to do a 3-color challenge surrounding a cake design theme, because I may have promised cake in the previous videos some time ago. Oof. To do the 1-line drawing prompt character session design thing, environmental design thing, just art design thing for 1-liners that I draw. And I also want to do the book series thing, which I still have to type. So maybe what I'll do is I'll have some character sessions with you guys first, so then you guys can get an understanding of the characters and who are going to be involved. Art style, don't know. Maybe I should... I'm like, I'll go and look up other people's art styles and learn from them, and then I never do it because I'm like, maybe I should be developing my own. But also I should be learning the rules before I break them, so... But yeah, oh! The other video wasn't the mystery stuff. Okay, so maybe I'll do a character design, but one thing I definitely want to do is portrait design practice for like faces, probably do some bodies too, and then I also want to work on stylizing them. So those are going to be some videos to look for in the future. How's life been for you guys? Hopefully it's going well. Yesterday, for one of my classes, we had to go on a hike. And it's just recently snowed. So the trail was all packed down. And then it was sort of like freezing rain in the morning, drizzle. Like it was, anyways, so it sort of slicked down the pathway. So we had to travel up the hill. And then we also had to travel down a hill on the slope of a trail. Anyways, so my group and I, we have to walk into the forest, like a forest-like area, and we're like scanning the area and we're taking notes down and doing what we need to do. And then we're like, after an hour or so, we're like, okay, we've gotten the notes, we've gotten the worksheet done, let's go and let's meet up with the rest of the class, and then we'll go and submit the paper. So we knew where we had to meet up, so we went to go meet up there, and nobody was there. So we're all staring at each other, and we're like, well, what do we do? Do we go back to the lab building, or do we just stay put and wait, and maybe they've traveled around in the forest or something? No, they left us. And I sat there, I'm like, good thing that we are adults and we know where we went. We know the trail that we followed. So yeah, they left us. And then the TA comes in from the lab next door and is like, we are missing this one group from your lab group. So do you know where they are? And then we just looked at her and we're like, we are that group. We were left behind. And she's like, oh, dang. Oh, sorry. And we're like, no, it's fine. 4 adults can figure it out. So, yeah. It was a hike. I felt like I was dying. And we're all having to wear masks, too. At first, I was like, maybe it's because I'm not the fittest person. Which makes sense, alright? Because I haven't worked out since, like, grade 9, which has been, like, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or something. Longer than that. More than 5 years ago. So I'm very unfit. And I was, like, dying climbing up the hill with, like, a heavy backpack and stuff on. Plus, I dressed too warm for the weather. Because I thought it would be cold, and they're like, we have an outside lab. Dress for the weather. It might rain or snow. And I was like, okay, so I'll dress for the weather. Dressed for the weather, doubled up everything. Was so hot up there. But then I was talking to a classmate. She's in like a few different ones of my class, few different classes of mine, grammar. And she's like, I was dying on that hike, and I'm like, oh my god, I thought it was just me. And she's like, no, I was like dying. It was rough, and I sat there. I'm like, whoo. It doesn't say anything that like my fitness level is good, but it's also nice to know that I wasn't the only one dying. So yeah. Also, can I just mention, not the first time I've tried drawing a poker chip, and it got to the point where I was like, I have to check out this a reference of it. So I googled it, and I just looked at them, and I'm like, I've been drawing them wrong for this whole 5 hours. 5 hours including the sketching session, by the way, not this painting. This speed painting only took like 2 hours, which probably explains the quality of it. But anyways, so yeah, and I was tired from that. This is, yeah, I've been trying to get up out of bed at 6 o'clock though, to get things done. Do I get things done? I get my screening done for classes to make sure that we don't have COVID. Sorry, my mom just texted me and she's like, send me a picture of outdoors, and outside my window is a brick wall and a bit of the neighbor's roof. So, it's not exactly telling of our weather here in, Canada. I think 2 weeks ago we had this big, huge snow dump from God, heaven, which was, it was cruelly funny. It was a bit cruel because snow was terrible, but it was also a bit amusing to, yeah, so we have a little dog, right? And we were like, we'll put a jacket on him before he goes outside because it's so freaking cold, right? And he gets so sad when we try to put a jacket on him for his well-being. But yeah, anyways, so the shading on this is very simple, by the way. Cell shading, is that what it's called? Anyways, so yeah, really simple stuff. It only took me like 2 hours, which says a lot. Time is money, and you do need to put time into these things to make them look good. It's just, did I feel obligated to get the speed painting done? Sort of, because I didn't feel like sending in a sketch session. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's not terrible. There are a lot of things to improve on, but I don't know, I just feel like I need to practice poses, and I need to practice drawing portraits, and just applying my traditional skill. Somehow traditional to digital, my skills get lost in translation. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Happy Lunar New Year's, and I wish you all good luck and good health. And I hope you all stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will see you in hopefully a better speed painting. Bye!